Backed by blue skies and an opening day aerial show witnessed by 78,860 fans, the Bill Belichick era began on a sunny September afternoon against Dallas.
Kosar to throw on first down, has time, throwing deep, Slaughter wide open, got it at the Dallas 20, he's going for a touchdown! And suddenly the stadium has come alive on a 62-yard bomb.
But Belichick's debut was a losing one, as a depleted defense with 6 DBs sidelined with injuries fell victim to the Cowboys' superior firepower. The next Sunday, in the lush New England countryside, the Browns threw a blanket of defense over the Patriots.
Trying to look. High formation now. We're a little soft at point of attack on the eye.
Browns followers were afforded their first look at a Belichick-coached defense in fine form, as right cornerback replacement Randy Hilliard, number 39, stepped in and stole the spotlight. Playing like a 160-pound Lawrence Taylor, Hilliard had 2 sacks, forced a fumble, and intercepted an end zone pass.
Going deep for Fryer at the 10, and the ball is intercepted in the end zone. Intercepted by Randy Hilliard.
There we saw Randy Hilliard's speed. He came from all the way across to the other side of the field.
On the other side of the ball, another youngster made a big impression. The thriller, rookie receiver Michael Jackson, flashed past his defender to pull in his first NFL touchdown pass.
Wide open, Jackson, 40, 35, 30, there he goes, goodbye, touchdown, Michael Jackson. A 65-yard touchdown play, his first National Football League touchdown. And that puts the cap on this one.
A first score for a rookie receiver, a first win for a rookie coach, and Cleveland had its first shutout since 1989's opening game. The 20-0 win evened the team's record at 1-1 and gave the Browns backers in Foxborough ample reason to cheer their heroes.
Hey, that looks like Cleveland football right there.
Yes.
And that's why I come in here and take care of business.
7 days later, Belichick's defense was at it again.
Esiason, who will take the snap a yard deep in the end zone. Hand off to Brooks, and he's nailed for a safety. He's nailed for a safety by Stephen Braggs, 3 yards deep in the end zone, and Brooks never had a chance.
Besides the safety, Cleveland's only other points were provided by place kicker Matt Stover, who kicked 4 field goals, including the winner with just seconds left in the game.
This will be a 46-yard attempt from the left hash marks. Kick is underway. It has the distance. It is good! It is good with 4 seconds to go! And the Browns have taken the lead! Matt Stover has done it!
Kick off!
Stover's performance was not an isolated one. For all season, both kickers operated at lofty levels. Punter Brian Hansen was a model of consistency.
You know, the longer they have to go, the fewer or the less chance they have of scoring. That's where I come in to play, the special teams unit, the punt team as a whole. We work together to get maximum distance between them and the goal line.
Hansen nailed 20 punts inside opponents' 20-yard line, while Stover hit on 16 field goals in 22 tries. Stover missed a few potential game winners, but he's a youngster who should only get better with time. The season's 4th game took place in Giants Stadium, a kind of homecoming, where Bill Belichick was welcomed back to the Meadowlands. Appropriately, it was a hard-hitting affair, with both defenses determined to outpunch the other in front of their past and present coach. The Giants built a 13-0 lead in the first half. Then in the second, Eric Metcalf helped turn the tempo up a notch or two.
Now he's going to throw the ball across field at Frank Minnifield at the 30. Into Giants territory. Unbelievable play by Eric Metcalf.
Cleveland's defense held New York scoreless the second half, and Kevin Mack's touchdown brought the Browns to within 3. But with the game on the line, a former Belichick protege made the play of the day. Number 58, Carl Banks, sniffed out Kosar's rollout, and the Browns' chances were over. Bernie Kosar left the field, not having thrown an interception for the 4th consecutive game. But it was small consolation for a narrow defeat. It would not be the last. Two weeks later, after a bye, the Browns hosted the Jets on what proved to be a rather unpleasant afternoon. Eric Metcalf's mental mistake when he downed the ball outside the end zone symbolized the team's frustration on their second straight heartbreaking defeat. Behind by 3, Cleveland nearly pulled it out on a final drive with under 2 minutes remaining.
Kosar to throw with time. Now he runs out of the pocket. Bernie pumps once. He's going to try and run for the first down. Tackled at the 40. Fumbles the ball. James Hasty of the Jets has it. And New York has recovered the football. And the Browns offense standing on the field in disbelief.
The following Sunday in Washington's RFK Stadium, the Browns threw a scare into the future Super Bowl champions.
Slaughter wide to the right side. They don't see him.
Here's Brian Hansen throwing to Slaughter all alone at the 2, and he's in for a touchdown. Doug Deacon, you saw it all the way.
It's out of the Sandlot playbook, but Webster Slaughter made like he was going off the field, hung around the sidelines. The Redskins had no idea he was over there. Nobody around Webster Slaughter.
Webster Slaughter's shady subterfuge, piggybacked with a big play from Belichick's defense, kept Cleveland close.
Riggs tries to steamroller forward. Ball is loose and picked up by Vince Newsom of the Browns. Inside the 20 to the 15 to the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown Browns! Vince Newsom with his 4th fumble recovery of the season.
But this was the NFL's most explosive attack the Browns were facing.
Lippman wants to throw, looking to the end zone, firing for Monk. Diving catch for a touchdown in the far corner. Art Monk with a splendid catch as Lippman hit him over the shoulder.
The Browns had lost 3 straight, 2 by a total of 6 points, and their record now stood at an unglamorous 2-4. The comeback began in San Diego, in front of what seemed like a stadium full of Browns backers. As was their custom, Cleveland quickly fell behind, and the Chargers appeared to have the game in control. It was here that Belichick and his staff made a major strategy change, going to a hurry-up second-half offense that took the Browns swiftly down the field. Mixing plays brilliantly, Bernie Kosar used his full array of receivers in the frenzied rush downfield. The no-huddle fast break attack was so successful it produced 3 touchdowns in 3 possessions to tie the game.
Kosar in trouble, rolling right, gets away from one Charger, throws on the run. Horde has a touchdown, Brown!
What a throw!
An unbelievable throw by Kosar. Leroy Horde caught it at the 2 and went in for his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Take that, Fran Tarkington.
In sudden death overtime, the defense stepped to the fore, led by one of the San Diego connection. 3 Plan B ex-Chargers playing for the Browns. Each made big plays against their former mates. David Brandon's was the biggest by far.
2nd and 10, McEwen in motion, fake hand off to Butts, bootleg action, pass is intercepted, and the Browns are going to win the game! David Brandon with the interception for the touchdown.
Welcome home, David.
The Browns have won the game on a dramatic overtime interception by David Brandon as Pio Sakapulatelli was all over John Freese and forced the bad throw and dug the third time today.
Fittingly, the winning touchdown took place directly in front of the throng of Southern California Browns backers, who made Jack Murphy Stadium sound more like Cleveland Stadium. For the Browns in general, and David Brandon in particular, it was the most exciting win of the entire 1991 season. With his third victory, Cleveland had equaled its total from the year before. Next, in Chuck Noll's final game in Cleveland, David Brandon continued where he left off the previous week.
And it's intercepted. Intercepted by David Brandon. Shades of San Diego. He's back to the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the Pittsburgh Steelers 43.
And while the offense wasn't exactly good, it was good and lucky.
Kosar takes a handoff, wants to throw, throws on the run, pass deflected, tip, and caught the end zone for a touchdown by Leroy Horde. America's funniest home videos doesn't have anything like that. The ball was tipped twice at the goal line, and Leroy Horde, flat on his back in the end zone, caught his third touchdown pass of the season.
On one of the strangest plays seen in years, Leroy Horde's Certa-perfect touchdown offered a preview of coming attractions for the second-year halfback. What's more, Cleveland had its second straight win and evened its season record at 4. The next week in winless Cincinnati, Kevin Mack scored a trio of touchdowns, which accounted for all the Browns scores. But for the first time under Belichick's reign, the offense self-destructed in an explosion of errors on plays that could have salted the game away. In the final minutes of the game, the Browns had 4 chances to win and failed on all 4.
Kosar will not be too careless here. Goes to the end zone. Brennan open, can't hang on. It would have been a touchdown. Brian Brennan had the ball go off his shoulder pads, incomplete. Unbelievable.
But Brennan had plenty of company among his teammates.
Snap and holder good. Stover's kick is underway. It has the distance. It hits the upright and bounces back into the end zone. No good.
Incredibly, after Stover missed his first field goal in 11 tries, he had another chance with just 1 second left in the game.
35-yard field goal attempt. Snap and holder good. Stover's kick is blocked. The Bengals have blocked the kick. They have the football and they're going to win the game. There is a mob scene at the 50-yard line. The clock has hit 0, and Cincinnati has won the football game. First on a miss from 47 yards away by Stover that hit the upright, and then on a block.
The following week against the Eagles' #1 ranked defense, the team jumped out to a 23-0 lead.
Kosar under pressure throws out to Leroy Horde at the 35. He's across the 40, breaks a tackle at the 50. Horde still going. He might go all the way for a score. Touchdown! Horde goes 65 yards for a Browns touchdown.
The saga of Leroy Horde continues.
In the early going, Cleveland's dog defense played its bone-jarring best. In just his second game off injured reserve, top draft pick Eric Turner paid a big dividend.
Turner at the 40, back inside the 30 to the 25. Turner at the 20, the 15, the 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown, Browns!
Welcome to the dog pound, Eric.
The rookie comes up big with his first National Football League interception, taking it back 42 yards for a touchdown. You can't do any better than that.
Tell that to Webster Slaughter. The Browns' attack had punctured Philly's proud defense for 30 points in the first half. However, in the second, they would score none. And a masked man named McMahon turned in a McMasterpiece. The fiercest competitors often make the worst mistakes. Webster Slaughter's combativeness keyed the Eagles' comeback.
High, booming spiral. Slaughter all the way back, grabs it at the 1. He'll have to come ahead. Slaughter's in big trouble. He's back in the end zone and gets out to the 1, fumbles the ball. It's loose at the 3-yard line, and the Eagles have it. Webster Slaughter committed the cardinal sin of trying to field a punt at the 1-yard line.
The team with the league-low turnovers made a major mistake, and McMahon capitalized on it for the winning score. The Browns had suffered their second straight 2-point defeat, but now had lost 4 games by a total of merely 10 points. But this one to the Eagles was by far the toughest to take. A visit to the Astrodome was next on the schedule, and it appeared the losing streak might end when Bernie Kosar threw a 4th-down touchdown pass late in the final quarter. But Cleveland's euphoria was short-lived. Warren Moon brought the Oilers back.
Seconds to go. Moon will take one crack at the end zone. He is looking left. Throws in the run. Touchdown, Drew Hill. And the Oilers are going to win the football game.
We played tight games all year, so it's nothing new to play a tight game. Hopefully we'll have that, to our advantage, that we've played in close games all year long, and that we'll start to be able to pull those out because of the experience that we've had in those tight game situations.
After 3 heartbreakers, the bad news was the team played yet another close game. The good news was they won against the Chiefs, although they had a narrow escape.
Kosar turns and hands off to Kevin Mack. There's a fumble in the end zone. And Bernie lands on it for a safety.
Oh, boy.
The Chiefs get a safety, and they almost had a touchdown.
The big gun for the Browns was Leroy Horde, with plays of 52 and 71 yards, plus a pair of touchdowns.
Flags are down as Kosar is scrambling. Hit as he throws. Leroy Horde has it. 45-50 into Chiefs territory. Inside the 30, 25-20. Pulled down the sideline all the way.
It's a touchdown.
Are they going to count it? 71 yards for Leroy Horde.
Cleveland's losing streak was broken 20-15. Next week in the Hoosier Dome, they won again, burying the Colts.
To the left of Kosar, gets the handoff on the shotgun, gets the first down across the 40, and Kevin Mack is gone. Mack is gone for a touchdown. 51 yards on a bolt of lightning.
Against Indianapolis, it was defense that took center stage, pounding Jeff George with 4 turnovers and 6 sacks, 3 by number 58, David Brandon. But it was Michael Dean Perry, the only veteran on a rookie-filled defensive line, who created the play of the day.
Under severe pressure, throws, and it's intercepted by James Jones at the 10. Touchdown Browns, and Michael Dean Perry made it happen. Perry was all over Jeff George as he threw the ball to James Jones, and there's a lineman's dream.
The 31-0 shutout was Cleveland's second of the season. And as the players exited the field victorious, both they and the Browns' backers, cheering in the stands, could not have known it would be the team's final victory of the season. Week 14 brought the Broncos and the rifle right arm of John Elway. The 17-7 loss to Denver was as big a disappointment as the team suffered all year.
They just didn't play very well in the 7-7 game in the third quarter, and We had a number of chances to make some plays, and we didn't make them, and they did, and that's pretty much it.
In the home finale, the Browns trailed late in the fourth quarter.
17-14 Oilers, and we have a winter wonderland at the stadium right now. Snow swirling everywhere.
With time running out, the Browns went to the wire.
3rd and 19.
One last 81-yard drive to salvage the game.
Running at the 25, 20, 15 to the 12-yard line. A 30-yard gain and only 23 seconds to go. I think the Oilers on 3rd and 19 thought they had the game won.
Struggling against the clock, the Oilers and the elements, Kosar's desperation run put the ball solidly in front of the uprights.
10 to the 5, hit at the 3 to the 2-yard line. 10 seconds to go. 9, 8. Here comes the field goal unit. Matt Stover will kick it. It'll be almost like an extra point. Snap and holder good. The kick is shaped off to the left, no good, and the Oilers are going to win the game. Stover lost his footing. He slipped as he kicked the ball, and it wasn't even close. The Oilers have escaped here on the treacherous stadium turf with a 17-14 win. The gun sounds and the Browns are stunned. A valiant effort here in the closing minutes has gone awry.
It was the 6th loss of the season by 4 points or less. In this turnaround season, the trademark of Bill Belichick's Browns was never give up. His team commanded attention until the final play of nearly every game. Cleveland fans might not like the final score, but they were never bored. And fans responded by popping up in stadiums all over the country. Wherever the Browns played, they were there in droves. It was this astonishing support for a team with only 6 wins that impressed Bill Belichick more than anything else that happened during his debut season. Belichick also believes in tradition. He instituted the ritual of introducing former Browns stars before home games in order to emphasize the franchise's winning history to its current players. There is clear confidence that this team is on the right track. According to owner Art Modell, the new coach and his cadre of assistants have returned discipline and organization, combined with solid teaching techniques and an astonishing work ethic to the Browns. For Bill Belichick is building a foundation while ignoring the quick fix. He's established a philosophy and stuck to it. For this, he gets high marks for his first year and high hopes for his second. For this is a man driven to succeed and determined to restore the pride and glory of the Cleveland Browns.